Hi everybody! Well, as you can see, the weather in Belgium is miserable, and it was miserable yesterday, and it was miserable the day before that, and it's been miserable for months. And today it's even more miserable, and that on my birthday, so that really sucks. Anyway, there's only one upside of this kind of weather, and that is that it's excellent game development weather. So let's have a look at how the Belgian climate has affected the development of Divinity Dragon Commander. Follow me. Hey Octave, what are you doing?
Hey, I'm going through the single player of Dragon Commander, so I can make some save games for other guys that they can really look at certain parts of the game.
Did you find something that was particularly shocking as you was going through it?
This, for example.
Yes, I can. But the people don't know about this yet, so we're not going to tell them either. Yep. Anyway, hi Larian.
Hey.
How's it going?
Very good, thanks.
What are you doing?
I'm actually writing the manual for Dragon Commander. There's a lot of skills and spells to list, so I'll be busy for quite a while.
So that basically means that the game is almost feature complete, right?
It is pretty much feature complete, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
Great.
Thank you. Hey Thomas.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I am finishing up on the Dragon skill loadout screen.
Okay, so that's one of the last interfaces, I think, right?
It should be, yes.
Yeah. So Thomas has been redesigning all of the user interfaces now that we know more or less everything that is in the game. And it's probably, I think, one of the last bottlenecks in releasing Dragon Commander. Bottleneck.
Yeah, I like being called a bottleneck, but...
Hi Joel, what are you doing except looking at yourself in the mirror?
Hi, well, I'm actually looking at the eyes, seeing if they look into the camera. It's a really small detail, but it gives so much to the game. So I'm doing that.
Okay, so why do you need the mirror?
The characters have expressions, and when putting up the expressions, we need to look at ourselves and see how an expression is formed, and then we translate that to the game.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. Okay, well thanks Joel. Let's finish it up. Let's have a look at your lead. Hey Thierry.
Yeah, was fun.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm making sure all the final motion capture of the characters being implemented, everything is polished, and that it looks fine. We just have a little bit of bug fixing depending on what we get from beta and QA.
Okay.
So we're almost there.
Almost there. Thank you Thierry. Almost there. You heard it here first. Hey Benoit.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Working on the manufacturing and the localization right now.
You look very relaxed actually. I would have expected you to be more stressed. You usually are more stressed on these kind of things.
Yes, it starts to ramp up.
Okay, so what's your big problem at this moment?
It's the timeline to put the localization and the manufacturing together to ship to all the partners and put it on the shelves.
Okay, so basically it's getting the games translated in time and make sure that what's translated is in the box in all countries where we're shipping all at the same date. Okay, well, Benoit, producer, he is working on the boxes, he's working on the integration of localization. It means we're really near the end, almost. All right, thank you Benoit.
Thank you.
Hello Lawrence.
Hello sir.
What are you doing?
Now doing the notification center. It means that you're gonna know what everybody's doing at a certain time in the game, so you know what people are moving around, etc.
So it's basically like Farang invaded that country,
Exactly.
that kind of stuff. Okay.
Or Lawrence played that card.
Okay, so that makes sense to me. And do you still have a lot of work on your task list?
It's shrinking very fast, so no, it's going pretty well.
Okay. If even the programmer is smiling, we're really nearing the end. All right, thank you, Lawrence.
No problem.
Let's have a look at Ken. Kenster, how's it going?
It's okay, I guess.
I see a fantastic smiley in there. Is that going to ship? Is that Ken art?
That's Ken art, as they call it. I'm reworking the prepare battle UI. I'm reworking it so that the flow is better.
This is for the to decide who is going to lead in battle. Is it going to be one of the generals? Is it going to be you as a dragon? Or are you going to leave the army up to its own resources, right?
Yeah, with the militia, and you can also play the extra
Cards. So do you have a lot of work left, Ken?
Yes.
He is the true bottleneck. Yeah, okay. All right, here are all of us counting on Ken. Thank you, Ken. Hi, boss.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Currently I'm working on the dragon skills. I'm fixing them because they're not working with the cards. And
all of them?
No. Well, there's a problem with the card playing when you go to combat. You can play a dragon card and then you have an extra skill for one turn.
Yeah, and that's not working.
No, not at the moment, no.
Okay. So what are the main tasks that you still have on your list? Bas is working on the gameplay, by the way.
Yep. and mostly on the strategy map. It's almost feature complete, so there are a couple of bugs I have to fix.
Okay, so again, bug fixing, feature complete. That's really good. Okay, thank you, boss.
No problem.
All right. Let's go to the real bottleneck here. Hello, Farang.
Hello.
Rumor has it that you're depressed because you're not going to make it.
Well, that might be true. We're actually doing okay. The problem at this point is that making the levels takes a long time, and we're trying to guarantee that people really enjoy themselves and the RTS combat and the dragon gameplay. So
this is actually one of our major remaining bottlenecks that we're working on right now. We have single-player levels and we have multiplayer levels, obviously, and so this is a very complex game, and we have to balance what happens in the levels towards the gameplay. On the board, the Raven and the strategy map.
So this is a strategy map. Basically, this is the map for the first chapter of the game, and each one of these countries needs to have a unique combat level. So in case combat happens there, we want people to have a different level to play in, or a different setup, or a different scenario. So we're going to need a lot of levels, and that's at this point the main bottleneck.
Okay, so there you have it. He's the bottleneck.
The bottleneck.
Hey, Kun.
Hi, Sven.
What are you doing?
I'm working on the terrain at the moment. So we have terrains from design, and I'm actually beefing them up a bit.
Yeah.
So
What do you mean with beefing up?
Well, I'm working on the erosion so that, as you can see here, this is a low-res render actually of the terrain, but it gives already a good idea of how the erosion will be, where the beaches will be, and what kind of texturing we want on this.
So that's the only thing you're busy with?
No, I also worked on the cover of Dragon Commander, made these little tiny mock-ups. Don't want to waste
prototypes.
Box prototypes, so we got one with the Undead Princess here.
What's this one?
That's the bigger version.
Okay. So we're still working. This is a work in progress and it's not finished yet. But you have to finish it very soon, I think. Eh?
Yeah, quite.
Yeah, looks good. All right, thank you, Kun.
No problem.
Come on, Edgar, you can say it.
Alright, I'm responsible for the AI.
He's the man.
I'm quickly testing the new team behavior that I put in.
Ah.
Well, it's basically I'm trying to make sure that, as you can see here, that they don't just move one by one, but that they stick together.
Is it actually going to be a complicated AI, a challenging AI?
Oh yeah, definitely. It will definitely be challenging.
Yeah?
I feel like God when I make it, because it's really turning alive.
You heard it here first. Edgar is the one. You think that the players will not figure out a way of defeating your AI?
Oh yeah, no.
You're sure that your AI will be beating the players, whatever?
I'm sure some players can beat it, but most of the people here at the office are having fun with it.
Okay, so it's a challenging AI that is also fun. Cool, so let's have a look at how the other portion of the AI goes, because this is the combat AI, but obviously we also have the turn-based AI. Yeah. Hi, Sebastian.
Hello.
What are you doing?
At the moment, I'm creating the AI for the strategy map.
All right, so we're looking at an accelerated version of AIs playing against each other?
Yep.
Two-player match?
Yep.
So would you say this is a fun AI, a challenging AI?
Yes, this is very fun to play against because it expands very quickly. It's not really hard at the moment because it's very defensive, but I'm implementing some other strategies that will increase the attack.
Gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay.
So you'll have multiple AIs basically, and so players will have to deal with those in the single player campaign, and then in skirmish or multiplayer you can just select which AI to play against.
Yep.
So you're fairly confident that you're going to have a pleasurable AI, an AI that is fun to play.
Yep.
Right, I look forward to those results. Okay, let's move on. Hi Bert.
Hi Sven.
What are you doing?
Well, we're getting in the final months of this project, of course, so I'm basically following up most of my programmers, if they are doing their job right, if the bugs are being fixed, if QA is reporting all bugs that we need, stuff like that, so mostly planning and bug fixing.
Okay, so how's the bug list going?
It's growing and shrinking, but it's manageable. We don't have major stability problems, we don't have major networking problems, so
it's looking good.
It's looking okay. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Bert.
Yep.
Jan, what are you doing on Dragon Commander? I thought you were supposed to be completely on Original Sin right now.
Yes, but there are still a couple of things to finish up, such as the Revelon Times here, and that's what I'm
you
doing
couldn't
right
resist,
now.
could you?
I could not resist.
You obviously had a very hard job on finishing Dragon Commander. Jan spent 1 month, I think.
Something like that, yes.
Locked up in a small hotel room somewhere in London.
London, yes.
And
yeah.
what were you doing when you were there?
Visiting museums.
And other than visiting museums, what were you doing?
Well, writing and especially voice recording.
A lot of voice recordings. I think
Exactly.
this is the game which has the most voice recordings that we've ever done at Larian.
Yeah, I think it'll become pretty close, yeah.
Jan came back from London, he was like, woo! And why was that? Why were you floating? Because there was some actors that told you something?
They were forced to... No, it's your way is better, funnily enough, writer.
Thank you very much. Wow. Finally, Thomas caught something worthy on his camera.
The writer is amazing. See?
Thank you. It was very gratifying to see that they really enjoyed the texts and they really got into the characters, so that's fantastic. And they really, the cool thing was they obviously, they really loved the game, even though they didn't actually play it. But just by getting into the characters, they could see that we were doing something special.
Yes, I mean that is actually, if there's one thing that everybody here at Larian agrees, which is a rare thing, it is that the quality of the writing is exceptional, and that makes him float. You can see him float. Yes. All right, let's talk to Bert. Okay, thank you, Bert. Guillaume, what are you doing?
I'm doing effects.
You're doing the effects on Dragon Commander. As a matter of fact, I believe you did all of the effects.
All of the effects.
All of the effects.
So 350 and a few.
How many?
350 since.
350. That of course has to do with the fact that this game has quite a lot of technology and upgrades.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yes,
the unit has so many upgrades and skills, and same for the dragon. So.
All right. So what's your favorite one?
My favorite one. Oh, I have no idea.
You have no idea which one is your favorite? Okay, which is your least favorite one?
Least favorite ones is probably the explosions, because there's so many explosions to do that it's all minor tweaking.
Yeah, so because you have to make them a variable also.
Exactly, depending on the size of the unit.
All right. Thank you, Guillaume.
No problem.
Let's go to... Hello, Thijs.
Hello, Sven.
What are you doing?
I'm playing Dragon Commander with Vincent.
All right, so any winning strategies you want to communicate?
Make sure you upgrade your units regularly and have enough recruitment centers around.
Okay, you need enough resources, you need the right technology, and you need to be sure that you attack the enemy. Well, that makes sense. Cool. Well, I hope that you... It looks like Vincent is winning, actually.
Yeah, now he is.
All right, make the best win. Okay, thank you, Thijs.
Hopefully. No problem.
Yeah, I know that.
What's happening?
Well, the unit is, basically it's just ping pong.
This is Edgar's fantastic combat AI, right?
Yeah, but apparently he can't decide what he wants to do.
Can you explain this, Edgar? We have you on tape.
I feel like God when I make it, because it's patrolling.
Yes. Can we have a look at what it is defending? Oh yes, it's clearly important grass over there.
It's a choke point.
That looks like a choke point. All right, so we still have some stuff to tweak, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, we're not finished yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. All right.
It's whispered that when a woman sought the company of another than her husband, fat drunken swine, the lot of them, he has the right to take her into the woods and leave her for the wolves to feast on.